All right, thanks, guys. The Kings take on the Sabres, 7 o'clock Eastern, puck drop in Buffalo. The Sabres open the betting as the $1.60 favorite with the total at 5.5. Since those markets opened this one up, no movement on the total as of yet, but we did see a 20-cent move toward Buffalo. They're now minus 180. So once again, Buffalo open 160 up to 180. Total remains at 5.5. 72% of the consensus is leaning toward Buffalo. 79% of the consensus is shaded toward the under. LA's plus 170 for some money line cash. Buffalo's plus $1.55 for some puck line cash. Now Buffalo is 9-3-2 in their games at home this season. Their defense is allowing just 2.8 goals per contest at home. Meanwhile, on the LA side of things, they're just 4-9 straight up in their games away from home. Their offense is scoring an anemic 1.6 goals per contest away from home. Total-wise, LA 2-10-1 to the over in their games on the road. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Buffalo minus 1.5, getting the job done on the puck line in the under. 5.5 goals in this one. All right, next game, Maple Leafs, Hurricanes. 7 o'clock Eastern, puck drop in Carolina. The Maple Leafs open the betting as the $1.35 favorite and the total at 6 goals. And since the markets opened this one up, no movement on the total, but we did see a nickel move toward Toronto in their favor. So right now Toronto's minus 140. So once again, Toronto opened 135 up to 140. Total remains at 6. 72% are leaning toward Toronto. 86% shaded toward the over. Carolina's plus 115 at home. Meanwhile, the Maple Leafs are plus 220 for some puck line cash. Now, Carolina's 4-2 straight up in their last 6 home games. Their defense is allowing just 2.6 goals per contest on their home ice. Meanwhile, on the Toronto side of things, they've lost 5 out of their last 6 on the road. Their defense is giving up 3.2 goals per contest in their games away from home. And scoring-wise, Carolina 19-9 to the under overall for the year, 9-5 to the under in their games on their home ice. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the home dog in this one. Give me Carolina plus 115 and the under. 6 goals in that one. All right, next game, Canucks, Blue Jackets, 7 o'clock Eastern, puck drop in Columbus, Ohio. The Blue Jackets open the betting as the hefty $2.20 favorite at home, total at 6. Since those markets opened this one up, we've seen a 15-cent fade of Columbus in the early going here. They're now minus 205. So once again, Columbus opened 220 down to minus 205, total 6. 67% are leaning Columbus, 75% shaded toward the over. Vancouver's plus 188 on the money line. Columbus is plus 135 on the puck line. Now Vancouver, 5-0 against the spread in their last 5, meaning they're 5-0 covering their last 5 puck lines. 5-0 ATS in their last 5 puck line plays. They're also 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 on the road. So this Vancouver team, pretty good on the puck line. They've covered in 7 out of their last 10 puck line plays away from home. Total-wise, we're looking at 2-1 to the over in both teams' last 3 games. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward Vancouver plus 1.5, getting the job done on the puck line in the over. 6 goals in that one. Next game, Coyotes. Oh, same page. Coyotes, Bruins, 7 o'clock Eastern, puck drop in Boston. The Bruins open the betting as the $1.80 favorite with the total at 5.5. Since the markets opened this one up, no movement on the total, although we did see a nickel move toward Boston in the early going here. They're now minus $1.85. So once again, Boston open 180 up to 185. Total remains at 5.5. 74% are leaning Boston, 59% shaded toward the over. Arizona's plus 165 for some money line cash. Boston is plus 155 for some puck line cash. Now, Boston has been very good in their games at the Garden this season. They're 10-3 straight up in their games on their home ice. Their offense is putting up nearly 4 goals a game at the Garden as well. Meanwhile, on the other side, Arizona 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games in Boston. No success in Beantown as of late for the Coyotes. Now, total-wise, Arizona's 9-4 to the under in their games away from home. Meanwhile, Boston 29-1 to the under in their games overall for the year. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lay the very hefty price in this one. I don't want to lay the 1.5 because I don't think we'll see a lot of scoring. But give me Boston minus 185 in the under. 5.5 goals in that one. Next game, Red Wings. Capitals, Red Wings, Capitals, 7:30 puck drop in the nation's capital. Washington opened the betting as the $2.50 favorite with the total at 6 goals. Since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing money toward Washington, actually a 20-cent move upward toward Washington. They're now minus 270. So once again, Washington opened 250 up to 270, totals at 6. 81% are leaning Washington, 83% shaded toward the over. Detroit is plus 235 for some money line cash. Washington is minus $1.10 for some puck line cash. Now the Capitals are 12-6-2 straight up in their games as the favorite. They're also 9-2 straight up in their last 11 games. Now Detroit, on their side of things, they're just 2-7 straight up in their last 9, taking on the Capitals. Their offense is putting up just 2.8 goals per contest on the road this season. And scoring-wise, oddly enough, Detroit's 8-5 to the over on the road. That's likely due to their defense giving up a ton of points. Meanwhile, on the Washington side of things, they're 7-5-2 to the over in their games on their home ice. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward Washington, minus 1.5, getting the job done on the puck line in the over. 6 goals in that one. All right, next game, Canadiens, Wild. Canadiens, Wild, 8 o'clock puck drop in Minnesota. The Wild opened the betting as the $1.65 favorite, total at 6. Since the markets opened this one up, we've seen a nickel fade of Minnesota in the early going here. They're now minus 160. Total remains at 6 goals. 58% are leaning Minnesota, 83% shaded toward the under. Montreal is plus 145 for some money line cash. Minnesota is plus 175 for some puck line cash. Now, if you like Minnesota laying the goal and a half, just keep in mind they have not covered the puck line in their last 5. They were 0-5 ATS in their last 5 puck line plays. They're also just 5-10 in their last 15 puck lines on their home ice. Montreal on the other side, completely different story. They're 4-1 straight up in their last 5. They are winning 63% of their games, taking on teams allowing more than 2.9 goals per contest. And total-wise, we're looking at Montreal 67% to the over, taking on teams allowing more than 2.9 goals per contest. Meanwhile, on the Minnesota side, 6-0-1 to the over in their games at home when the line was 6 or higher. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the road dog in this one. Give me Montreal plus 145 in the over. 6 goals in that one. Next game, Senators, Predators. 8 o'clock tip-off in Nashville. Nashville opened the betting as the $2.80 favorite, total at 5.5. And since those markets opened this one up, we're seeing movement on both the money line and the total. Nashville is now minus 270 with the total moving upward to an even 6 goals. So once again, the Preds open 280 down to 270. Total open 5.5 up to 6 flat. 74% are leaning Nashville, 78% shaded toward the over. Ottawa's plus 235 for some money line cash. Nashville's plus 105 for some puck line cash. Now, the Preds have been very good in the Music City this year. They're 11-5 straight up in their games on their home ice. Their defense is allowing just 2.1 goals per contest at home this year. Meanwhile, this Ottawa defense, they're giving up 5.1 goals per game on the road this season. They're also really struggling away from home. They're just 3-9-1 straight up in that category. Now, total-wise, Ottawa 11-2 to the over in their games on the road this season. Nashville 5-1 to the over in their last 6, taking on Ottawa. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Nashville minus 1.5, getting the job done on the puck line in the over. 6 goals in that one. Next game, Blackhawks, Jets. 8 o'clock Eastern puck drop in Winnipeg. The Jets open the betting as the hefty $2.50 favorite, total at 6. Since those markets opened this one up, no movement on the total, although we are seeing a 15-cent fade of Winnipeg in the early going here. They're now minus 235. So once again, the Jets open 250 down to 235. Total remains at 6. 73% of the consensus is leaning toward Winnipeg. 70% of the consensus is shaded toward the over. The Blackhawks are plus 205 for some money line cash. The Jets are plus 120 for some puck line cash. And if you like the Jets on the puck line, they are 8-4 ATS in their last 12 taking on Chicago. Their defense is allowing just 2.5 goals per contest at home. Meanwhile, on the Chicago side of things, I don't know what's going on there, but they are not doing really good right now. They're 0-5 straight up in their last 5, 1-12 straight up in their last 13 on the road. And scoring-wise, Chicago 11-4-2 to the over away from home. Winnipeg 82% to the over, taking on teams under 500. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean Winnipeg -1.5 and the over 6 goals in that one. Next game, Panthers, Blues, 8 o'clock puck drop in St. Louis. The Blues open the betting as the $1.05 favorite, total at 6. Since those markets opened this one up, St. Louis took a little money. They're now -115 with the total remaining at 6. 59% are leaning Florida, 75% shaded toward the under. The Panthers are plus $1 on the money line. St. Louis is plus 255 on the puck line. St. Louis 8-4 straight up in their last 12 taking on Florida. Their offense is scoring 3.3 goals per contest at home. Meanwhile, on the Panthers side of things, they're winning just 35% of their games on the road. They're also winning just 27% of their games as the official Vegas underdog. Really bad as the underdog this year. Now, total-wise, Florida is 68% to the over, taking on teams allowing more than 2.9 goals per game. Meanwhile, on the St. Louis side of things, they're 86% to the over at home when the line was 6 or higher. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean St. Louis -1.5, getting the job done on the puck line, and the over 6 goals in that one. Next and final game for the show, it is going to be, where is it? That is going to be Edmonton at Colorado, 9 o'clock puck drop in Colorado. The Avalanche open 150, now 140, total 6. 60% are leaning Colorado, 54% shaded toward the over. Edmonton is plus 127 for an outright win. Colorado is plus 195 on the puck line. This Colorado defense is allowing just 2.5 goals per game at home. They're 8-3 straight up in their last 11. Meanwhile, on the Edmonton side of things, they're just 2-7 straight up in their last 9 on the road. Their offense is putting up just 2.4 goals per contest away from home as well. Now, total-wise, EDM is 6-1 to the under in their last 7. Colorado 7-4 to the under in their games at home. Give me Colorado -140 and the under 6 goals in that one.